Good afternoon. Thank you for attending our webinar. We'll get started here in just a moment. Well, good afternoon. My name is Jason Perry, and I'm the National Sales and Marketing Director here at MAS. I want to thank you for attending this webinar today. We appreciate you taking time from your busy schedule to be with us here. We have a great session planned for you today. We're excited. We're going to talk about GTL's short-term home health care product, and it'll be presented by a special guest, Dimitri Simos, which is the Assistant Vice President of Sales with Guaranteed Trust Life. If you're attending a webinar for the first time today, I'd like to introduce you to MAS. We are a nationally recognized award-winning field marketing organization and a leader in the insurance brokerage industry. Our office is located in beautiful Hoover, Alabama, which is just outside of Birmingham. Medicare Advantage Specialists, MAS, is a full-service insurance marketing organization dedicated to helping independent insurance agents leverage time, make more money, and put their business in a position of distinction. MAS offers the industry's most complete IMO experience. We support every facet of an agent's business, from our comprehensive senior product portfolio to our tools, services, and marketing programs. So really, if you're looking for more than just a contract, if you're looking for a long-term home for your business and a partner to help you take it to the next level, then look no further than MAS. At MAS, we are proud of the senior service, support, and training we provide to the agents across the country who work with us. We take great pride in our relationships with our agents and carriers. Our staff provides marketing strategies and assistance, creating numerous opportunities for our agents through lead programs, our Turning 65 workshop platform, the Agency Builder Program, Fast Start Initiative, and other initiative programs. MAS marketing managers are eager to work with our producers to help you grow your business. We can provide a market analysis of products available in your area to assist you in developing a strategic marketing plan for your business. We're always up to date on the latest products, carriers, lead programs, and services as they become available. Of course, we're always available to provide both back office support and field support, making it easier for you to concentrate on sales growth. Our goal is to help you grow your business. At MAS, our specialty is the senior market, and our carrier portfolio is supported by Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, final expense, whole life, term life, universal life, critical illness, cancer, short-term home, health care, dental vision, annuities, and other products as well. This is our phone number, 800-480-9857 if you'd like to get in touch with us. After the webinar, be fine, or if you want to write that down real quick. Also, our website if you'd like to visit to take a look. But before we get this started with the presentation, I'd like to introduce the webinar control panel on the right side of your screen. There's a chat toolbar which allows you to ask questions. We will definitely monitor throughout the presentation and share with the group at the end any questions you may have. Today we're joined by Dimitri Simos of GTL. Not only is Dimitri a friend and colleague, but he has been a tremendous support to our organization over the years, assisting us with additional portfolio products. We're really excited about this product that's available from GTL. So with that being said, allow me to introduce you to Dimitri Simos of Guaranteed Trust Life. Let me change this over to you. Sorry. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. And while we do our switching over here, like Jason said, I highly recommend that when you get to that point and you got a question or anything like that, please type it into the chat or question box in the toolbar that you see on the right-hand side of your screen there, and you'll be able to type in the question. And then when we're done with the presentation in whole, Jason can read off a question, and hopefully I'll know the answer. And if not, I'll make sure we get you an answer.
Bear with me just a second. We're having a difficult time changing the presenter.
Like Jason was saying, MAS has. I've been working with MAS now for 15 years. I've been with GTL for 15 years. So as soon as I started here, we pretty much got to work with each other pretty much from the beginning. So it's a very neat organization, especially knowing them as well as I do. We've started off, talking about hospital indemnity and grown our product offerings. We talk about cancer and now home health care and Medicare supplements, and even short-term nursing home products. So we have a wide variety of products available at GTL also. So, if you do have any questions regarding any kind of product like that, feel free to give the folks at MAS a call. And at the end of the presentation, I'll also have the 800 number put up on the screen, so this way you can give them a call whenever you need any help with anything. But you guys tuned in today to talk about short-term home health care, so let's go ahead and do that. And before we get started, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at and see exactly where is short-term home health care approved at today. So if you look at the states that are in purple color, those are the states where we have the short-term home health care approved today. As we're always trying to get more states available with our various products, in the states where they're not currently available today, we're working at trying to get that approved with the DOIs, and as soon as those become available, we'll make sure we announce that. And this way, if you do business in those other states that aren't available today, you'll have an opportunity to talk to those clients about this great product also. If you're not familiar by chance with GTL, I'm going to touch a little bit about GTL. We're located in a suburb of Chicago called Glenview, Illinois. Our company was founded in 1936 by Richard S. Holston, and today we're being led by the third generation of Holstons. We're an 82 plus year old company, that's been family run for that whole 82 plus years. So, that's a great story in itself to say. But we're also a mutual insurance company, which, has, definitely has its positives, because the company is owned by the policyholders, of course. But we're probably considered probably a mid-sized company, and being a mutual mid-sized company really provides us with some, advantages, I would like to call them. We don't have to, we don't have all, the only person we really have to answer to is to the policyholders, and, as being a mutual company, we don't have to worry about stock prices and all that good stuff. And so we don't have to have a zillion different layers in our structure, which is pretty cool. So a lot of things that we can get done here at GTL, we can get done because we've got a very narrow amount of levels that we have to work with, and to get get an okay on being able to get something done to help the agents do what you guys do for your clients. A lot of times when we come out with product, it's the idea comes from the field, and then we start vetting the idea, and within no time, the product is developed, DOIs, getting approvals, and out on market, ready for you guys, to be able to show this to your clients. So that's one of the neat things about working with a company like GTL. We are licensed in 49 states. The only state we don't do business in is New York, and we do have an AM Best rating of a B++. So let's get into short-term home health care. I know this is why you guys are here. So there's some questions here that we always want to keep in mind when we're talking with prospects. And if you have clients that are currently taking prescription drugs, yes, all right, good. That's a good thing to know, right? Have your clients not planned for future care? Probably like most folks, they probably haven't really thought about it or been approached to talk about their future care. Or maybe the kids of your senior clients that you're working with today, maybe they haven't had any conversations with anybody regarding any kind of care if something were to happen to them. Because let's remember, if who's going to take care of your senior clients if all else fails? They can't get into a nursing home, or they can't afford anything. Who's going to take care of them? The kids, right? So so we might want to take a look at even providing coverage to the kids of your insureds. A lot of folks, this is a very unfortunate story that's being that's mentioned here. A lot of folks can't afford or qualify for LTC policies. It's very difficult to qualify for it, and it's very expensive to get a traditional LTC plan. And then if you have clients that are not already receiving care and do not have difficulties with ADLs or cognitive impairment, then your clients are going to be super happy that you sat in on this webinar today, because this is going to be able to provide them some information that's going to at least give them some options if they were to ever have any home health care needs in the future. So we already talked about today's agenda a little bit. We already went through GTL. We're going to talk about the need, the product features. Well, I'll show you some great marketing information here that probably almost sells the product for you. So I think you'll look forward to that. And then obviously some processing information, so that this way you know what to expect and how to work with GTL. When it comes to home health care, I think me included, I'd rather recuperate at home. I would not want to spend much time in a hospital if I can avoid it. So I think we're all pretty much in that same boat. So that's an important piece to kind of really make sure that the clients are in the same boat with you. The nice thing is that benefits are paid directly to policyholders. This is an indemnity policy, so benefits get paid directly to the insured. It can help cover various types of expenses that the insured is going to have. You can combine home health care benefits with coverage for hospital stays and accidents, and all that good stuff. So it can be more of a complete package, instead of just saying, okay, you got your meds up and that's it, and hope that you don't need to use any home health care. This way you can take care of the meds up, provide some home health care, add on another ancillary or two type of products, and then you give them more complete coverage. This way they have less to worry about. When we're talking about our home health care product, the thing that we want to pay attention to is that there's three components that make up the home health care product. The three components that make it up as an RX drug benefit. There's a home health care benefit, which is a separate box, a separate group of benefits in itself. And then there's another group of benefits called home health care aid benefit. And when you combine the three boxes together, that makes up the base plan. Keep in mind when we're talking about the base plan for our home health care plan, the issue ranges are going to be from ages 40 to age 85. That's going to be the issue ages. When we get down to look at the rate sheets and such, you'll see that the rate sheets are going to be unisex rates for the base plans. So it doesn't matter if you're talking male or female, it's going to be the same cost. And when you're looking at the base plan, this is what it looks like now with more detail. I kind of affectionately call the box on the left the big box. That's the box that has more skilled type of treatment options available for home health care folks. It's not something that I'd be able to leave my job today and be able to go do tomorrow. I'd have to get some special training to be able to, to be a physical therapist or a speech pathologist, or be able to do administer chemotherapy and such. I have to get some kind of training, right? That's what that big box is all about. As you'll notice that there's going to be three plan options within the base plans. So you're talking Plan A, B, and C. Plan A has the least amount of benefits. Plan C is going to have the most amount of benefits. One of the things I always like to point out when we're talking about the base plan, this big box that we're talking about, that's again the skill care. That's going to have its own separate daily benefit amount that you can choose from depending on your plan amount. So if you have a Plan A, your daily benefit your total daily benefit you can get for Plan A per day is $150 as a maximum. Plan B would be $300 as a max, and Plan C would be $450. Now, is it possible that someone's going to be able to only get $75 because they only had one treatment? Sure, absolutely. But if they had two treatments, get like two $75 benefits under Plan A, then they're going to be able to get $150, and they'll max out their benefit for 1 day's worth of benefit period there. So it's really important to know that. I'll explain more about that in a moment. Now the little box, which is the home health care aid benefit, this is once you choose Plan A, B, or C, you got to follow Plan A, B, or C throughout the plan. So once you choose Plan A, then you're going to stick with Plan A and the home health care aid. That's more someone trying to help someone get dressed, get maybe moving them off, toileting and things like that, maybe along those lines. But Plan A, you got $40 a day. Plan B, $80 a day of benefit. Plan C is $120 a day per benefit. And then you have the third box, which was the prescription drug benefit, and we'll go into that in more detail here in a second. So let's get into that more detail on the prescription drug benefit. So now the prescription drug benefit, as you can see at the very top of the box there, it says $10 for generic, $25 for brand name. So for each script that is filled, your client is going to be able to get back $10 for generic or $25 for brand name. If they have Plan A, they'll be able to qualify for up to $300 per year. And if it's Plans B or C, they'll be able to get up to $600 per year, and basically in a reimbursement or indemnity benefit of after if they had their scripts filled. So that's an important thing here. Now, one of the neat things that people always ask me, that's a great question for those of you that are thinking about it, is this a calendar year benefit or is it a policy year benefit for the 300 or 600? It's actually a policy year benefit. So when your client purchases the product tomorrow, that's considered the start of their policy year basically, and then they have $300 from tomorrow until next year at the same time to be able to get the reimbursement of that benefit. So some questions that we do get is that does the $25 per brand name RX benefit include refills? Absolutely. That's how you can get more scripts to be able to get more benefit out of the plan. It's not about initial fill of a script, it's including the refills. So it's very important there. And so people also ask, well, what about the generic? Does that work the same way? Absolutely, it does. It works exactly the same way, generic or preferred brand. The other question that comes up a lot is that, well, what happens if my client gets a 3-month supply, and I have they get a 3-month supply of generic? Does that mean they're going to get, $10 times 3? Unfortunately, that's not the case. the way that works is that it's not about volume of meds that they're getting. It's the number of scripts that they get refilled or filled that determines the amount of benefit that they're, the benefit amount that they're going to end up getting throughout the course of the year. So what we recommend is if someone is used to getting 3-month supplies, to stop doing the 3-month supplies and break that down to just getting a monthly refill. And so then now when they get a 3-month supplies and they refill it every month, now you're going to be able to get $30 instead of just $10 if you do the 3-month supply way of it. So that's definitely an important key thing to understand there. Another question people will ask is that, well, what happens if my copay is only $4 or my preferred brand names are $10 or something like that? Do I still get $25 or $10? Absolutely. It has nothing to do with your copays. So it's based on the scripts only. You got to pay attention to the scripts with this. This is only straight about the scripts that are filled that will base the reimbursement back to the insured. The key component to our RX drug benefit here that I always want to point out is that this is the only part of the plan that does not have pre-existing condition language associated with it. So what does that mean? That means that if you got a script filled 2 weeks ago, if your client got a script filled 2 weeks ago, and then your client bought a policy from you today, and then 3 weeks from now starts, gets refills and it gets refills and all that good stuff, and even though it was something they got filled even a day before they got the policy, there's not going to be any pre-X or any kind of sit-out period for those kind of prescription drugs. It's whatever is filled after the day that the policy is issued, it would be qualifying for a benefit of either $10 or $25, depending on what type of med it is. I hope you find that the RX benefit is a very exciting choice, because a lot of folks are taking meds, and so it makes a lot of sense to be able to give them some benefit because of that. And we'll also show you here later on, what's another nice benefit about the RX benefit here. Now let's take a look at the big box. Now I mentioned earlier the big box is about skilled care more. Okay, I told you what the daily benefit amounts are for plans A, B, and C. Now how do you qualify to get benefits on the big box? Right? You qualify for benefits if you can't perform 2 of the 6 ADLs or the insured has a cognitive impairment. That's it. There's no need about hospitalization or anything like that. It's straight off the ADLs or cognitive impairment. Very important to keep that in mind. The benefit period for the skilled nursing, the big box here, is 360-day benefit period. It's not about a calendar year. It can take 4 years to eat up 360 days. That's what it's going to take. It could take 5 years. It doesn't matter. The treatments for home health care could be twice a week, for let's call it 6-7 years, and that might eat up to 360 days at that point, which is fine. One of the neat things about the benefit period, once you eat up the benefit period here of 360 days, if the client does not have any more services, or does not need any more home health care, or doesn't need to get any services done for 180 days, it will reset the benefit for the insured. Now, one of the things here that I've been seeing on the screen here while I've been talking is that if you were to imagine you took $150 a day of maximum daily benefit for Plan A, and you multiplied that out by 360, the total amount you can get out of the plan for one occurrence would be $54,000 under Plan A. Plan B would be $108,000 of benefit, and Plan C would be $162,000 of benefit. Look, now it starts to come around to be a lot richer of a plan than what you might originally think. When you're looking at 150 for 360, that's a lot of it's a lot of benefit right there for Plan A. And when you look at the pricing, keep these numbers in mind. The pricing of the plan itself, when you're looking at $54,000 or Plan A, that's a great value for the clients. If you wanted to take a look at an example of how benefits could be payable, this is an example of what could happen over for a 65-year-old Plan A. If they had 10 speech pathology visits at their home and 10 physical therapy over a 10-day period, first of all, they would maximize their $150 of daily benefits for each day and so they get 10 days benefit there. They submit that on a monthly basis. They're going to get $750 for each treatment, which they would be able to get out of plan for this certain particular situation, $1,500. Keep in mind, typical Plan A policy premium amount about $294.45 on an annual basis. So keep that in mind as we're talking about Plan A. So if you take a look at all the components as we go through them, and you keep the annual policy in mind, you'll find that this is a very, very good deal for clients that are turning 65. Now, if you take a look at the home health care aid benefit, and we did the same thing as we did in the big box, now it's the little box, the maximum benefit period for the little box here is 60 days. Okay? And again, nothing to do with calendar year. It's just however long it takes to eat up 60 days for that particular, home health care treatment, home health care aid needs that the doctor prescribes. So the maximum you can get out of one benefit period would be $2,400 under a Plan A. Plan B would be $4,800. Plan C would be $7,200 per benefit period. Again, this will restore if once the benefits have not been paid or required for 180 consecutive days. Okay, very nice little plan here. So now we said earlier, $54,000 was the annual maximum that you can, the maximum you can get for Plan A. Now you add $2,400 to it. Now you add the $300 you get back on the RX side. So now you're what? You're $56,400. So you're $56,700. In any potentially one given year. All right, a lot of benefit right there. So what did I say? $300 for the prescription drug, right? So if you took a look at age 65, between that age group, 65 and 70, your Plan A monthly premium would be $24.54. If you were to multiply that out by 12, it would give you around $294 a year of annualized premium. Aside from getting potentially, $56,000 roughly, $57,000 of benefit in a given year, you're also getting $300 back every year if your client's using a lot of meds. $300, right? So if I'm getting back every year $300 and I'm only paying $294, it's a pretty good deal, I would think. Now, keep in mind when you're looking at the rates here, the age 65 to 70, that's going to be the rates while the client is at that age group. Because this pricing is attained age for the base plan only, for the base plan and another rider, once the client on policy anniversary hits age 71, their price is going to go up to $32.85 on a monthly basis. Again, when they hit their policy anniversary at age 76, they'll go up to $43, and then at age 81, it'll go up to $57. Okay, but still, take a look at it. All the dollars that they're getting back on a yearly basis, it will still net out to be a really good coverage for your client. And if you're wondering what happens after age 85, at age 86, the rate does go up to $72 at age 76. Now you're thinking this is a great plan. Underwriting should be really hard because typically when you're looking about home health care, it's not easy to get. Well, these are the application questions that you're looking at. Is the applicant currently in a nursing home, assisted living facility, or receiving home health care or similar type of benefits? Yes or no? Probably no. Is the applicant unable to perform routine activities of daily living? Okay. Or is cognitively impaired? No? Great. So right now, with questions 1 and 2 answered, then you can get plans A and B for sure. Okay, you know that. Now, if you're looking for option C, you have to answer one additional question, and that's in the next 60 days, does the applicant expect to be admitted to a hospital, nursing home, assisted living facility, or require home health care services or have surgery? If they can answer that no, then you're going to go ahead and the client can qualify for Plan C. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what else do we do outside of asking these questions? As you can tell on the screen, it says what? No MIV checks, no phone interviews, no medical records, no RX checks, no medical exam, but more importantly, no hassle. Right off your application, you're going to be able to know if the policy is going to be issued or not issued. And if you send the application to us, through like fax or email, and we get it by Thursday of a given week, it'll be issued for sure by the following Wednesday, and then commissions paid that next Friday. So it's a really neat little, so it's a really quick, easy process for you to use. Um, so we talk about underwriting. It's super simple. The product, it's definitely a must-have because everybody does want to use home health care. But, I'm going to show you here a couple of marketing pieces here that, you can use because when you're talking home health care, it's usually going to add it on to some other type of health plan that you're going to offer, right? A med sup, you're going to be like, here's your plan G or here's your plan F for a few more months. We can do that, right? And you're going to do, here's your plan F. I'm going to finish up the application. But before I finish up the application, I want you to take a look at this, and then we're going to talk about it as soon as I'm done finishing up your application, and then you can have a really good conversation. So let's go on. Let me show you what this video is, and we've gotten a lot of feedback that agents just play this video, and clients just pretty much say, okay, where do I sign? So I think it's a very, very valuable tool that you have access to this.
There's no bed like your own. And if you suffer an illness or have an accident, the last thing you would want to do is recover in an unfamiliar, hectic environment like a hospital or nursing home. Focus on your recovery in the comfort of your own home with short-term home health care insurance from Guaranteed Trust Life Insurance Company. Think about your family situation. You may be reaching that age where planning for future care is necessary, or maybe your parents are reminding you they don't want to go to a nursing home. How could being unprepared for either yours or your parents' need for care affect your finances and way of life? GTL's short-term home health care insurance is more affordable than most other plan of care policies, and it pays benefits directly to you regardless of any other insurance you have. Home health care benefits kick in if you suffer a cognitive disability or can't perform 2 of the 6 ADLs, and no hospital stay is required. The base plan consists of 3 main components, and there are 3 different base plans for you to choose from to match the level of coverage you want. With the home health care benefit, your chosen plan pays a benefit for up to 360 payments for a variety of services, including skilled nursing, physical therapy, and general nursing care. With our most comprehensive plan, you can receive up to $162,000 of home health care benefits. With the home health care aid benefit, you can receive a daily benefit for each day you require the services of a home health care aid, depending on your chosen plan, and no hospitalization stay is required. Most likely, you're taking at least 1 prescription medication. With the prescription drug benefit, you can receive benefits for any prescriptions that are filled after the policy is in effect. Just filling your normal prescriptions can help offset the cost of the policy itself. Now let's see how it works. Say you're 65 years old, have the Plan A policy, and take 1 brand name prescription that you refilled 10 times over the year. A GTL short-term home health care insurance policy would pay you a total benefit amount of $250 over those 12 months. With an annual policy premium of $294.45, the net cost of the policy would be less than $4 a month. And this is not even including any home health care benefits you may receive. Policyholders can also have access to Ask Mayo Clinic services 24 hours a day. Receive personalized support and trusted medical guidance for your health-related questions from the experts at Mayo Clinic. Short-term home health care insurance from GTL is flexible, customizable, with a great set of riders for you to choose from. And with only 2 or 3 underwriting questions, you don't have to worry about a long application process or medical exam. So, for a fair premium, wouldn't you rather receive professional care at home? Now is a great time to find out more about GTL's short-term home health care.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. You're probably thinking, Dimitri, why don't you just play this video and then you got all the information there. Unfortunately, there's a lot more information that could be shared, such as you want to take a look at infographics because sometimes you're not going to have a iPad or a laptop available to be able to play this video while you're connected online. So maybe this infographic you can order from us, and you can get this sent over to you. And when you're finishing up your application of whatever products you're dealing with that day, you can say, here, take a look at this. We're going to talk about this here shortly. Very much along the same lines of what the video does. Kind of walks them through what the plan's going to be. And the hospital indemnity rider, this is a great rider. A lot of you may be familiar with GTL because of our hospital indemnity plan, the Advantage Plus. There is some underwriting questions on that plan if you're outside of the ages of 64 and a half to 65 and a half, and a client might want some hospital indemnity coverage because of their copays they may have on our health plan. So if you saw how difficult the health questions were to be able to get this product, so that's those. As long as you're answering those questions, then you have access to hospital indemnity coverage. So it depends again what you chose. If you chose Plan A, B, or C, Plan A, the only benefits available for hospital indemnity is $100 a day. Plan B would be $100 or $200. Plan C, you can get all three options of $100, $200, or $300 a day of daily benefit. The benefit periods on our hospital indemnity rider here is going to be a 3 or 6 day benefit period. It resets the same way as it does on the Advantage Plus. If the insured's out of the hospital for 61 days or longer, they'll get a brand new benefit. They'll reset the benefit period at that time. Now, this is the only part of all the riders that are going to be available on this plan. This is the only rider that's also going to be attained age pricing, just like the base plan. Once the insured hits the next age group, that's age 71, they're going to go up in price. So if you chose Plan A and $100 a day of hospital indemnity benefit, at age 65, it's $5.63 for a 3-day benefit period. At age 71, it'll go up to $6.71. Still very, very affordable. Option to be able to have some hospital indemnity protection there, but just keep in mind it is going to be attained age, which is different than what our regular hospital indemnity plan is, which that's a current age product. Some other riders that are available that were mentioned in the videos, that we have an ambulance rider that provides a $200 benefit, payable 4 times per year, $2,500 lifetime maximum. No hospitalization admittance is required on our ambulance rider. We also offer a critical accident rider, which is a neat little rider here that is basically, it's an accident benefit that if your client has an accident and they died, their beneficiary would either receive a $5,000 or $10,000 benefit, depending on which plan option they chose. Now, keep in mind that $5,000 or $10,000, it's a pool of money is the way I like to look at it. So if I had a $10,000 benefit for critical accident rider, and I had a hip or skull fracture, well, I'm going to get a $2,500 benefit. Now, that $2,500 is going to reduce the $10,000 total benefit that I have. So now I'm going to have $7,500 left, to be able to get paid out on maybe a hip dislocation or a knee dislocation or some type of other types of fractures. Or if I died by accident, then my beneficiary will receive the remaining amount of $7,500. Very neat rider, very, very inexpensive also. We do also have some return to premium options available. For in case that client says, well, how about if I never use home health care? Well, I'm wasting all this money. So if you have a client that comes, kind of has that kind of thought process, then go ahead and say, well, if you think you're gonna not use the home health care part of it, that's fine. Just go ahead and we can do return to premium, and you'll get your money back minus any claims. So it could be an option to be able to take care of that objection that may come up. We also offer a dental vision rider. Dental vision rider annual benefits go from $400, $800, $1,200 a year. First calendar year, 80% of actual charges are given to the insured. It doesn't change from year 1 or year 10. It's 80% from throughout the rider being around, 80% of actual charges. No network. As long as we get a dentist bill, and we'll take care of the deductible, we'll refund them. We'll give them money back. 80% of actual charges. In the first calendar year, it's 50% of maximum benefit. In the second calendar year, it goes to 100% of the annual maximum benefit they can get access to. The first initially here, it's preventative care benefits. There's a 3-month waiting period. $75 for preventive dental, $50 for a basic eye exam. And then after 6 months, you're looking at a fillings or root canal treatment, and then you can get $200 for prescription eyewear or contacts benefit. And then after 12 months, they'll be able to get access to bridges, crowns, all the big stuff. Now we do waive the 12-month waiting period if for bridges and dentures if they need to be repaired or replaced because of an injury. So it's a nice little dental rider. So something getting an 80% benefit right off the bat is pretty strong in itself. I'm going to take a look at some premiums on what the dental vision looks like in terms of monthly pricing for male or female at age 65. $26 for $400 annualized benefit, or you're looking at $38 for $1,200 of benefit. Again, when it's very, very affordable premiums of having that rider. Ambulance rider is another one that if your client does not have an ambulance rider with GTL, go ahead and put one on for them, because it's something that if they do get hospitalized, they're going to use it, because that's the typical way that folks go to the hospital, is going to go through it by ambulance. So for $3.08 a month between ages 60 to 69, but that's an incredible benefit right there. Critical accident rider, I mentioned that was a very inexpensive rider. That's how inexpensive it is. So I think it's very well worth taking a look at it and making that an option for your clients. Now, we talked about product, we talked about the marketing, talked about underwriting. You guys know everything from A to W so far. Now to finish off the alphabet here, we got to better talk a little bit about how to file claims, right? Because claims is the last part of the process typically. And now if your clients want to get reimbursed for their prescription drug benefit, we ask them to save the receipts that they get, the ones that are stapled to the bag, the ones that are usually highlighted, not the paying receipts, the pharmacy receipts that show the drug name that they're taking. They save that, put in a box. Every 6 months or a year, go ahead and send that into GTL, and we'll send them a chunk of check to take care of, to reimburse them for the meds that they've had filled up to that point. 6 months or a year though, no sooner than that. Please, it becomes an issue, and then clients get mad that it doesn't happen quickly. If you do it on a 6 month or a year basis, it's everything would be working like clockwork for them. Home health care aid and home health care benefits. You can do that on a monthly basis typically, because the home health care services will provide a monthly bill of what services they provided, and send that into us on a monthly basis. We'll be able to take care of that and be able to provide the appropriate benefits for that. The additional riders that I mentioned, like the ambulance or hospital indemnity or dental vision or accident benefits, do that per event. So if your client was in a hospital for 3 days, they got out, and then go ahead and send it. At that time, you don't have to wait for any particular time frame. I think one of the neat things that we've done is we've really created a product and process that allows you to submit business any which way you want to submit business. If you're a paper person, great. To take the application by paper, you can fax it over to us or scan the application and email it into our underwriting area. Or if we're a little bit more techie and you use an iPad or a mobile, one of your mobile devices, Android or Apple, or if you like to take applications over the phone, we've got that as an option too. So we do have the tech side and we still work on paper. So on the tech side of it, we came out with a mobile device app that if you go to the Apple Store or Google Play and you'll do a search for GTL eApp, and you'll see that turquoise colorish logo pop up. Go ahead and download that onto your phone, and then you'll be able to take an application right there on your mobile device. Quote it, take an application, and submit it. As long as you're connected to the internet, you're good to go. So it's a nice process. It's a nice, easy process. With the mobile devices, you actually capture the signature of your insured right on your screen. They can use a stylus or their finger to do the signature. I encourage you to take a look at it and play around with it a little bit. Keep in mind, if you're already contracted with GTL, that this is a live, your login is live, so please do not submit the applications. You can feel free to play around, but don't submit them, please, because it is live. But if you are someone that likes to talk on the phone and because you have a great relationship with your clients and they'll buy over the phone, and you can do an application through our website. You can take the application over the phone, ask them to do a third-party voice verification call while you're on the phone with them. And then once that call is completed, you can drop that conference call, and then go ahead and submit the application. You definitely want to make sure that you do that voice verification call while you have them on the phone, because 9 times out of 10, when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'll call them," when we hang up, you know what usually doesn't happen? They don't call. So let's want to make sure that the sale does stick for you guys. So that is another great process, very simple. Nice thing about our mobile and our web-based e-app processes here, they work pretty much identically. The only differences are, again, is going to be, how do you obtain signatures, or how do you confirm who the insured is? That's the only difference. Again, mobile device, we obtain signature right there while you're in front of them. If the client's not in front of you, just use our web-based application, do a voice verification call, and then you can go ahead and submit the application. I know we went through a lot of information today. Like we said in the beginning, MAS is super well familiar with our short-term home health care product. They got it down pat. If you have any questions, or if you want to get contracted with Medicare Advantage specialists, feel free to give them a call at 800-480-9857, or you could even email Booker Joseph at medadvspc.com. I appreciate you guys taking the time. I know I promise we'll take a look at some questions if there are any, and try to answer those for you. And looking forward to working with everyone.
Well, I think you did a really good job, Dimitri, because there are 0 questions at this time.
Wow. I don't think that's happened before.
Okay. Well, Dimitri, thank you very much. We appreciate you spending your time with us, and thank you everyone else for spending your time with us. And we look forward, our marketing managers look forward to speaking with you. Please give us a call. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.